Let us talk about capacity building. Let us talk about self-development. Let us talk about acquiring skills that make you relevant and valuable to society. Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me, like my mentor would always say, that life does not reward you according to your effort. Life rewards you according to the knowledge that you have. That is why investing in knowledge is something that I treasure so dearly. I have a book here called The Startup of You by Reid Hoffman, among many other collection of books that I have. And these books teach me that the mind is the most powerful tool that a person can have. And there is no limit to the extent to which you can develop your mind. I am glad to tell you that there is a platform, an adaptation and learning platform, that gives you the ability to develop your mind and the infinite possibility to evolve in whatsoever direction that you choose. The world is changing, ladies and gentlemen, whether you know it or not. We are living at a time when artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way that we do things. The way we write, the way we draw, the thoughts that we come up with. Artificial intelligence is beginning to have a voice. In your social media, when you scroll through the feeds, you consume content that was generated entirely by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, whether we know it or not, is here to stay. We are now having different new skills because artificial intelligence is learning how to diagnose and do the job of the medical doctor. It's learning how to drive. It's learning how to fly planes. Learning how to analyze human behavior. So the domain of the psychologist, the copywriter, the artist, even the musicians, is becoming dominated by artificial intelligence. What does this tell you? That you need to acquire new skills that will be relevant in the future that we are advancing towards. I'm sure you will agree with me on this. How do you acquire these skills? You need to be intentional about building capacity with the right tools, which is why I introduce you once again to the Skyward Community Adaptation and Learning Platform, which is called the Smart World Community. What is the Smart World Community? It's a platform that gives you access to courses that are curated for personal development in line with the evolution that is taking place in the world today. We are not teaching you skills just to teach you skills. We are teaching you skills that are highly relevant to the world as we know it today. The Adaptation and Learning Platform emphasizes the need to acquire relevant knowledge, both now and in the future. The Adaptation and Learning Platform is accessible to every member of the Skyward community. Everyone who becomes a member of Skyward community automatically has access to the Adaptation and Learning Platform. And with the Adaptation and Learning Platform, you can learn at your own pace. You can learn with your mobile devices by just logging in and taking your courses, pacing yourself, and following through the resources that are provided, the tools that are provided, the mentorship that are provided. You even have access on the Adaptation and Learning Platform to mentors, people who will track your progress through the courses. This does not happen anywhere else that I know of. Most other platforms will give you an education tool and you will determine your own growth pace. But here in the Smart World community, we assign you mentors, people who will cater to your every need, every step of the process, and hold you accountable to the target that you set, the learning goals that you set. We have mentors who will guide you through that journey. Skyward community holds you by the hand in this platform and takes you from one level to the other. We even have courses for people who want to leverage the opportunities in Skyward community, the opportunity to become co-owners, supporting the development of breakthrough transport technologies, and even partner with Skyward community to attract support for such projects. We teach them the skills that they need to excel, and we grow them in levels. We hold them by the hand. You can be a part of this. Why should you consider this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because capacity building should not be underemphasized. However, in most private organizations, we do not find many people who are willing to invest in the capacity building of their employees. Why? Because they know that these employees can at any given time resign from that appointment and go work elsewhere, and every investment in the training of that employee just goes away from the organization because they do not have lifetime contracts with the employees and the staff. So you find that capacity building becomes the responsibility of the individual because the organizations do not want to do it anymore. The only organizations who want to invest in capacity building do it for staff that are in a high level where they know that, okay, this staff is probably going to stay with us for a while. But when you leave the responsibility of capacity building to the individual, you then find that most individuals are not so intentional about capacity building. It's not because they don't know that it's good, but sometimes the pressure, the time, the focus is not there. So even they buy a book. I have this book here. It's a big book. Mind is the Master. I've been reading this book for a very long time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still not done. Because as much as I know that it's important to build the right skills, the right competence, and have the right mindset, I do not have the time. I try to make the time, but life has its other demands. Which is why in Smart World Community, we factor this into consideration by giving you trackers who will assist you on your journey. People who will say, you said you were going to do chapter 2, get on board with it. We have this, amongst other many beautiful things on the Smart World Community Adaptation and Learning Platform. I invite you to take advantage of all that we have for you in Smart World Community by becoming a partner of Skyward Community. Thank you.